On that. Woo!
Hi.
Hi. Hello. Hello. How are you?
Hello. Hi and hello. Whoa, my neighbor is doing something. My neighbor is happy. Um,
Oh, that's good.
um, whew, it's a day. It's been a day. Happy
Wow.
420. Glad it's
Happy
here.
420. Roll them up and light them up, everybody. Ding. That ding means that we're supposed to start the show. Ding,
And
ding,
we
ding.
have done
And we've
so.
done it.
We made it. We
We
did
made
it.
it.
We need to like do so. We got to get
An
an
intro song.
jingle going or
Jingle,
something.
jingle,
You
jingle,
know,
jingle, jingle,
once
jingle,
I
jingle,
have
jingle.
once I have like what we want to say on it, I'm all right with like making some
We should write
fun
a
things
song on
to
our next
say.
road trip. We should write a song on our next road trip, and we should record ourselves trying to do it.
You know, like even if it's just like taking all of our freaking sayings and being like mixing them up. I don't know. I feel like we have
A
again
million, yeah.
so many people that can do it and have said let's do it, and here we are. Actually, my friend Kenneth said he would, love to consult with us about that. So um,
That's lovely. I would love that.
if we want to put that back on our
Yes.
table.
Yes. Yes, we do.
So
This is not the right account. I
where
need to
are
be in
all
the
our
other account.
peoples? If you are here, say
They're like,
hello.
stop talking about goddamn Amendment 3. That's what. Oh, we get it.
Oh,
We get it. We're also kind of tired about it, but this will be the last recap. We
what
will
up?
like a little
Check
what's up, what's up. Um
check-ins.
yeah, we'll still do check-ins with it up until election day, and then after election day we're going to cover it again and see what happens after election day. What now? We'll do that. But we do know we've been covering this for like a fucking week. So we're gonna cover some of the comments that we didn't get to cover. We'll talk a little bit about the town hall today. But we're also going to get into some normal show stuff, which we've kind of neglected the last couple of shows because we had like a whole debate and then blah blah blah. So where do we start? We start with a disclaimer, and the disclaimer is this. It is about that time. You are about to get highly educated with the Cannabis Closet Podcast with CannaQueen and MJ. This is an adult content show with no limitations on subject, language, or actions. Opinions, views, and expressions may or may not be that of the hosts, their guests, and their subsidiaries. If you aren't sure how we're feeling, don't worry. We will tell you. And if you can't wait, if you're super impatient, just take a good look at our faces because they'll probably tell you first. It's time to get this session started. Thanks for rolling up and showing up. Enjoy the show. We love that y'all are here. Tag your friends. Make sure you tag all of your friends. It will not end regardless. You're correct. The earth will keep spinning and the advocates will keep fighting. And that is a fact. That's a whole fact. So hey, welcome to the show. I'm glad everybody's joining us. Tag your friends as always. Thanks for coming through. Where are we at? We've done the show intro. So I was just checking to see if I was going to be too early to broach this subject. But why is CannaQueen mad today?
No, let's get it started. Like let's
Let's get it
we
started.
said we're gonna keep it maybe on a short show today because so we'll jump
Yeah.
right in.
Yeah, so we are going to try to keep it a little shorter today since we went so long on Monday. Apologies that broadcast got cut off. The person who volunteered to record for us, their phone died, unfortunately. But hopefully we didn't miss that much, and I hope that your questions got asked and potentially answered. I doubt they got fully answered, but hopefully they got asked, and we'll see. We'll talk about it. But why am I mad today? I actually have a reason to be mad today. Um, so, I don't have children. Let's just start with that. I do not have kids. I have dogs, and I'm happy about that. It's a choice that I made. It's my choice, and I'm super thrilled about my life. I love it. The thing is that because I only have dogs and I don't have children, that motherly love has to go somewhere, right? So I do love my dogs as if they are my children. I am very protective of them. I'm very strict with them and their behavior. They're on They're on a schedule to eat, all this shit, right? So
Good dog mom. Good dog mom.
I'm a great dog mom. I thank you. I've been doing this since I was a child. It's the only acceptable motherhood for children. There it is, dogs. So somebody's going to clip that and it's going to sound really bad in the future, I feel like. Anyway, so I've recently, I work better on routines. I do better. I'm mentally better, mentally more stable on routines. And we've recently been working with a group that's kind of been helping us get back onto a routine or get onto a solid routine and consistency. And one of their suggestions to us recently was, to just like, this is very helpful for me, but to just plan my day minute by minute, hour by hour. And I have done that. I've got my day planned out. Sometimes I have to move some shit around, whatever, life happens. But generally speaking, I have a routine and it's consistent. It's on a calendar. So I don't forget what I got to do next. I don't get overwhelmed because it's just 1 hour at a time. Boom, boom, boom. So because of that, I've been really more consistent about taking my dogs, especially Karma, for their walkies, for their outside time. I've been way more consistent about that. And in the afternoon, I take a lunch break. I've been more consistent about that as well. Make sure that I eat and I do the things and I get outside with my dogs. So we all three went, me and Karma and Nugget, we went and we go to the dog park because it's noon and there's probably some other people out on lunch break at the dog park. So we go and it's great. We get in there, everybody's playing. There's a lady there. She has 2 dogs and I don't know this at first, but one has some aggression issues. And so when I think about it, what I think happened is that Karma was standing near or kicked or something a ball. Okay. And this dog aggressed towards her. And then I'm like, hey, I don't give a fuck about how big these dogs are or how aggressive they are. I'm bigger than you and I'm stronger than you. I don't give a fuck what you think. Right. And that's kind of my attitude. That may not be always true, but it is kind of my attitude. Is how I deal with dogs. And so I got in there. I was like, hey, like really loud, like, get off. What are you doing? Get back. Right. And they separated like almost immediately, like, boom, they were separated. That dog walked off. Like, I don't want to deal with that lady. And then Karma went about her business and she started playing again with another dog. And then it happened again. And I yelled at them again and they separated. And then this person who owned the dog, she was like, he just wants to play with the ball. And she threw the ball. And then, of course, all the dogs go running. And the dog gets the ball, but then Karma gets too close. Karma does not want the ball. She gives no fucks about the ball. She wants to run with other dogs. And he drops the ball and aggresses towards her again. Now, this owner took her dogs out of the dog park at that point. She was like, too much. You got to go. One thing I will say was that she was complaining about one of her dogs not being good on a leash, but then left the dog park with no leashes. So there's that. Also, she had told the owner of, hey, did you know there's some corgis out there that have tails?
No.
Yeah. So there's a breed of corgi that they don't dock the tail. It's a beautiful little dog. Anyways, so the owner of the corgi was telling me that person had told her that, or she had witnessed it maybe, that the dog who was aggressing is toy aggressive, has toy aggression. Like, if you know that, you can't play with toys with your dog at the dog park because your dog's going to aggress on other dogs that also want to play with those toys or look like they might be. So that's what happened when she left. And then a guy came in with his, like, I don't know, collie mix, or I mean, maybe it's offensive that I think it was a mix, but it didn't look very prim and proper. So I must say mix. But anyways, came in and immediately starts aggressing towards Karma today. Immediately. And I'm like, my God. So I yell at them and they separate or whatever. Karma's playing with this little corgi dog just fine. They're having a great old time and they go running and this dog goes running after them and gets up there and starts bullying my dog again. And the owner does nothing about it. He doesn't yell at her, nothing. He does. Oh, she thinks she owns it. She doesn't, bitch. She doesn't own a dog park and you don't either. Your dog's having a bad day. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, like don't let them do that to other dogs because it, you know, like
Right. First of all, it makes them think that you're okay with it. I would never, like, Karma got one time to aggress without being aggressed on first. She's got one time to have a wild hair, and then we're gone. We're leaving, and we're not coming back to the dog park for a couple of days. You need to take a break, right?
yeah, I don't even bring Lady into the, you know,
Exactly,
just for
because
the chance that she loves other dogs, but she also has the one that she'll be like, I will ruin you.
right, exactly. So why I have to leave the park because your dog's being an asshole? That's not the way it should go, but that's the way it went today. Luckily, it was the end of my lunch break, so it's whatever. Um, but yeah, it just really pisses me off that we can't go into this public space where you know other dogs are going to be. And like, I'm not saying that his dog is aggressive all the time. Maybe she's not. Maybe like this was a weird thing. But like
it's not just
like
get
your dog. Get your dog. Like, get your dog. Like, because if Karma did that, I yank her up immediately. No, ma'am. We don't play like that. Right. And then the day before yesterday, we went and there were a bunch of like, what did I call them? They're not border collies. They were, are border collies the big ones? And then the little ones are.
So healers are speckled.
Yeah. So there were some healers.
Collies can range in size, but they're usually the different, you know, a more solid pattern.
So I think there were a mix of those types of dogs. I feel like these people knew each other too, like they're in some kind of weird cult about herding dogs. I don't know. Anyways, so 3 dogs surround Nugget in a bullying style and start trying to climb on top of him. And they're all 3 times his size. And the owner has the fucking audacity to look. First of all, your dog looks like it hasn't been groomed in fucking years. So I'm gonna need your dog to get a fuck off my dog right now. Like, ew. But also because look, that's a lot of hair to like, your dog has shit in its hair. Like I could see it. And I bet you let it sleep on your bed. But anyways, I don't have no problem with your dog sleeping on your bed, but like, ew. That's gross. Anyways, so I imagine what their house looked like based on their dog. So so I judge what your house looks like based on your dog, just so you know. Okay, so so they kept trying, and he's like, I don't think they're gonna hurt him. Oh, you don't think that your dog, which is 3 times the weight of my dog, trying to climb on my dog's back is going to hurt him? You don't think it's going to stress him out, stress his back out? What if he tries to protect himself and he growls at one of them and then they aggress back at him and they're all 3 times his size? Like, so anyways, that's what I'm mad about today. People, get a handle on your goddamn dog or don't take it to the fucking dog park. Ooh, who's calling you right now? Because we are on the air at 4:20 Mountain Standard Time every fucking week. Who is it? It's Jessica, isn't it? Oh my God. Girl, tag her right now. Tag her. I'm going to tag her right now.
What's up, cousin? I see you in here. Yeah.
Is it Jessica and her last name?
Yes.
Please stop calling during the show every week. Thank you.
I bet you just gotta work.
4:20 Mountain Standard Time every Monday and Wednesday. Man.
Tune in.
You could just come here and talk to her. You could talk to her in the comment section. Woo! Okay. So anyways, don't bully my dog.
Or call during the podcast.
And don't call during the podcast. Every week. You know, it's not even like every once in a while. It's like when your phone goes black before 5:20, I know. I hope she gets it.
I only have a handful of people that call me because most people know that I don't accept phone calls too, unless you are like, literally I have a handful of people that I will answer your phone call if you ring. Now, if you call me and you have never called me, I might pick up because I'll be like, whoa, why are you calling me? And it's been a while.
Right. Exactly. I'm just going to send her the link.
That's right, because you have her number.
I sure do.
Oh, I just nodded on myself. I need to go get tissue.
That's beautiful. We are classy motherfuckers. That's what we are. We are
real life,
classy.
real life, bitches.
Real life is happening here.
It's been a snot kind of day, so. What up, Chris?
Hey, Chris.
We really want to do an Arkansas conversation.
I think that we should next week. I mean, because it's so close to the election. So we would we do. We were going to talk about Arkansas's laws, which are also bullshit, next week.
We have to do some homework. We need to put that on a list.
I'm gonna put it on because I have guest lineup on my schedule. So okay. I will reach out to maybe Normal of Arkansas, and maybe if there's advocacy groups that you guys know about, if you're in Arkansas, if you could let us know, I will reach out to them as well.
I'll reach back out to that B&B as well. She said she might have someone she can refer us to. And we would obviously be able to stay there if we went up at any point in time. That's not happening before the election. I'm but
yes, of course, a few that want to vote yes, because I guarantee they don't know the intricacies of the bill. I bet they don't know. I mean, that one thing that we told you alone, that one thing alone would keep me from voting in Arkansas for that bill. The police cannot have my money. They cannot have my money at all. No,
not from this. If you want to taxes from something else that goes into our life, then you know what?
By all means.
Don't attach it to my cannabis.
Attach it to alcohol, because they actually have to spend man hours dealing with drunk drivers and alcohol related deaths. Yeah. So do that instead.
We'll keep you posted. We'll be in touch to talk about that. Maybe make sure that we get in touch, whatnot. Anyway.
Yes.
All that good stuff. What next on the list? Oh, just real quick. We didn't actually do any after October 15th, which was the end of Hispanic Heritage Month. We didn't really do any other what are October national months, because we know that they're designated to a lot of things. So I wanted to, if we want to do a quick, I'll do just a quick rundown of what we were supposed to recognize in October. There's some good ones. The one that caught my eye, but I haven't seen it on here yet, is it's supposed to be National ADHD ADD Awareness Month, as well as dyslexia and dysautonomia awareness. I don't even know what that is. Dysautonomia. I know I'm not. Dysautonomia.
I don't know what that means.
DYSAUTONOMIA. It is also Down Syndrome Awareness Month. It is Halloween Safety Month.
Okay, wait. Spell that word again.
DYSAUT.
Okay, I got it. What is that? I need to know.
It is Home Eye Safety Month.
It's just an autonomous. I can't say the word. Autonomic nervous system response function that generally involves failure of the sympathetic or parasympathetic components of your autonomic nervous system. I don't know what the symptoms are.
Okay. That's okay. It is the awareness month, and if you would like to know and click on the links, you can go to.
She said, dude, really? I'm so sorry. Like, you've never told her that this show. I just sent her the link. I was like, stop calling Megan at that time every week.
It's 4:20 p.m. Mountain Standard Time every Monday and Wednesday for the past 2 years. I don't know how she doesn't know that. When I've told her that I have a podcast, she knows I have a podcast. She does
You
know
can come
that.
watch.
She does know that. But she is not on the social medias like in that sense either. So she does not necessarily again in her face. It is also LGBT History Month. It is National Apple Month. There are so many more on here. There are 100 on here probably. Bullying Prevention Month.
Okay, hold up. I'm about to fight with your friend.
Pet CBD Month.
You interrupt our broadcast so often that I had to say something today. She uses her phone to record the show. So that is why I'm telling you, because her screen goes black every time you call in the middle of our show. So be mad if you want, but stop calling during our show.
What'd she say with that?
She said it wasn't intentional, but you do it every week and we've told you when our show is. Sorry.
I have even told her that you call during the show all the time. So yeah. It's fine.
She can think it's not cool that I called her out, but it's not cool that you interrupt our broadcast almost every week. She's
met you. It's fine. She'll be Jess. She's Jess.
It's fine with me. You know, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, okay, that's me. So. That's me, Chris, but that's not how I spell my name. But why? I guess. Are you asking?
Oh, because you go by MJ on here, maybe.
Yeah.
People might not realize that you have an actual other name.
I did. It's funny because I was talking to someone else today and I was like, you can call me Megan. I was like, I introduce and respond to MJ. I was like, but it's, it's for the show. I've been Megan for 40 plus years and only in the past 2 have I been MJ.
She said, why is CannaQueen mad? Because people keep interrupting our goddamn show. That's why.
And not tuning into it.
Yeah, you're our friend. Tune into our show.
You want to talk to me? Jump on here.
You tell her because she's mad at me right now. She's still texting me. Do you? She said, peace. I am doing me. This is me doing me. And you just got upset about it. But you stopped calling during our show. Okay. Woo. Sorry. Okay, we're back. Apologies. I'm a firecracker.
And I can't message her because I'm on my phone.
Because you're on your phone, right? She'll message you and tell you how mad she is at me, and then you just don't back down off of this one.
Oh no, I'm like, yeah, I will also, yes. But all good. So that's the National Awareness Month. It is also National Pet CBD Month, just FYI, so we can tie it into what we're doing here. And
it's a lot of national awareness.
I skipped over a lot of them. I
bet you did.
Out ones that yes.
We should have like it's National Awareness Day because there's only 365 days in a year. I bet you'd have to have like 200 things in it each day to have awareness of everything that you needed to have awareness with on this earth.
It's a few, yeah.
It's just like I don't mean to get, well, yes I do. But it's just like, when people, and I do this sometimes too. I pay attention where I put my money. Like I said, I wouldn't vote for this Arkansas bill because of where my tax money would go if I lived in Arkansas and paid for weed through their system. But like, it's hard to boycott people for your cause when everybody, especially like in corporate America, do the same thing. Like you would not be able to get a pair of tennis shoes if you boycotted. I mean, I guess you could find like a hemp sustainable, like, whatever, but you wouldn't be able to get a name brand pair of tennis shoes, honestly, if you boycotted everybody that did all the nasty things to all the people. You wouldn't be able to.
I mean, if you've even interneted, I mean, at some point you had to have seen the charts that show, all these, recognizable names that we think are safe that are housed and, that are just housed under another umbrella of another company, and it's just, they're very far and few between ecologically aware companies, that again, just make it easy to move through everyday life. Those companies are building, but then with their growth comes more, and yeah, I don't know. We want to be ecological as possible, but are you responding? Is she? Oh, kids. Um, oh my.
I'm standing up for you. I'm standing up for you. She said, do you? I said, I always do. I said, but honestly, instead of interrupting your friend's podcast, you could watch and support her that way. Just a suggestion.
Yeah.
Like all of these wonderful people in the comments.
Yeah. And speaking of which, we haven't done any tagging. Do we need to do some tagging to get
let's do some
if we're going to talk Missouri, then we should at least have some Missouri people in here, right?
Let's get Lisa in here.
You want to do, I'm not,
let's see. I'll go on my Facebook and do it.
Okay. Because I feel like when I do it from the closet, not everyone's on there. And then if I do it from personal, if we're both working on it, then we're on the same vein. So I don't want to double tag.
Yeah, no, I'll go. I'm in here as the closet. Okay. Let's see. Lisa, we'll start with Lisa. Cause she's, oh, nope, that's not what happened.
And I know Richard was in here for a minute, but I know he works while we cast too. So
and look, he showed up and in here, even though he's at work.
Oh no, it's okay. I didn't realize you were that we said my full name out loud. That's my bad.
Did that. I did that because I was like talk to text. Oh wait, is this wait, it's on Facebook. Is it? Okay, it is on Facebook. Okay, cool. I just saw somebody else's comment from YouTube and I was like, am I tagging on YouTube? This don't seem right. I hope we don't lose our Missouri audience when we're not talking about Missouri every day.
Well, that's why I want to get them on here. And then we're going to ask the question when we have this big audience, like, hey, how can we keep y'all engaged? Y'all in our audience right now, how can we keep y'all engaged? What do you want to hear about? We choose subjects, and every once in a while someone will throw something out there that they want to hear about. We definitely have the whole we want to have another synthetic cannabinoid discussion with a professional, and we want to revisit a lot, and it doesn't need, and also yes, we are cannabis centric, but we want to also, we're a community. We know that there are other humans and people out there doing other things that aren't in the cannabis arena, but it's still, again, we like to promote awareness and community education and move in, and help promote those spaces. So we love hearing about everything. I would, like I said, I've put it out there, little Bobby Customs with your brand new merch. Anytime you want to be on here with your club, you don't even have to be on it. I mean, just zip around with it, showing your crawlers, So pets and CBD.
Yeah, we can definiteven talk about that.
Yeah,
I got some stories about that.
Yeah, we definitely have some, information and even our own experiences with it, a lot of it. So I was actually just, speaking with a friend today about, he's concerned, his service dog has, what am I trying to say here? Has some kind of mole under his eye or something, some kind of growth. And he was supposed to have surgery on it. And it's a little Rottweiler. And he just got worried because his little Roddy has a smushed face and has breathing issues. And, you know, so he was like, he canceled the surgery because he was like, what if, you know, whatever. And just got super anxious about it. And so I was like, just talking to him about using a CBD salve topical, you know, even in just that sense. And, you know, I was like, but, you know, I was like, express your concerns to the, you know, doctor so that they can tell you what they do, you know, in those cases. And so hopefully he'll go ahead and reschedule that. But yeah, I was like, do you give him anything right now? And he was like, no. And I was like, okay, well, you know, there's different ways that our little puppos can take it. But yeah, let's get on there. What up, Daniel? Thanks for joining us again. We haven't started in, but we're gonna start going over and just going back and hitting up some of those comments that we had from the recap, answering any questions that came through the comments that we didn't get to address that day, and or we can crawl. Yeah, we're entertaining. We'll do the talking. We'll make you.
yeah, for sure. We'll do the talking.
I would love it. You know, we're trying to grow our audience, everyone. We really, on all of our platforms, you know, if you can't take a listen while we're live, listen to it later on our other, you know, it helps us in that sense of the algorithm and hitting our numbers. Follow our social medias would be an excellent way, you know, share shit, you know, and that's again why we want. We live a cannabis lifestyle. We want everyone to know that there are other people out there that are consuming and living everyday life without, you know, hindrance, and actually being able to move and groove with the use of cannabis and have gotten back to a life. So just saying, that's send people our way, hit up our links. I can't do add our banners, but you can definitely go to solo.to/cannabiscloset420. Find all of our socials there. Queen Kitty Seltzer, we're also trying to grow our social medias there and, you know, hit some numbers so we can go live on the TikToks and the whatevers. It's been you know, we've been applying some of our mentoring stuff this week and really getting into some of the social medias. So you're going to see my face as promised.
I'm trying, y'all.
And yeah, the fact that she knows we're doing a podcast,
What's
and
up?
Responding and not jumping on, like, send her the link to the podcast. Like,
I did send her the link to the podcast, and then anyways, we'll talk about it off the air because she's not a victim. Okay.
Yeah, I'll yeah, it's all right. She's yeah, we'll talk about it later. And so with that, thanks everyone for popping in.
For watching me rage, y'all.
Woo! You
tag Joe Biden. If Joe Biden comes on here, I got some stuff I need to talk to him about.
Tune in and you know, take a listen to our past shows. Catch you know, Missouri, we're here for you. This is going to be our last day where we do dedicate a full day, you know, full you know, extended period of time on it, but we will have dip-ins and updates as the election approaches. But what am I trying to say here? We are going to move on to other subjects. We are going to hit up Arkansas. We've got some Humane Society connection we want to discuss. So yeah, again, we want to open up our show to talk about just, again, community lifestyle, getting to know that there are other people out there living in this world and they're doing, you know, their thing. And we want to know what you're doing and why you do it. We met these, you know, we met some wonderful people that live a puppy play lifestyle. And if you want to hear more about that, if you want to hear more about what that is, tag us, or, you know, hashtag puppy play in the comments and or hit us up, and we will try to, you know, and again, we're interested in knowing everybody. We love, you know, the human experience and who we are. You know, we don't have to agree with, you know, you don't have to agree with someone's lifestyle, but maybe if you know more about it and why someone wants to live the way that they live, maybe you can be all right with it. You know, that show Taboo, it really opened people's eyes up to, like, remember when tattoos were taboo and you couldn't have them and you were thought of a certain way, and look how things have changed, you know?
One of the things I saw on that show was where people would like hang from like hooks and shit.
If it's not a strain, it will be now.
Puppy play, new strain. I fucking love it. What's it smell like? Cat piss. Yo, these guys were so interesting though. You guys, first of all, thank you for tagging all of these individuals. We really want to say, Missouri, we love all of your support, especially recently, all of your viewership. And we hope that you continue to come back when we're covering other things that aren't necessarily strictly about Missouri. So
what do you want to hear about? What would keep you engaged? Like, how can we keep everyone joining together? You know, if it's not in the name of agreeing on how cannabis regulations are, should look, because then there's got to be something else we can connect on, and that's our wonderful, beautiful cannabis plant and how we consume it and why, and how it can contribute to everyday life.
Yes.
So, hello. So thank you everyone that's joining us now, that's tuning in. We're gonna, maybe we'll get this ball rolling into the comments if we're good there.
I just want to say, I want to put our banners up. I still want to put this Cola Lounge banner up. So if you guys have
cool. I can't click on anything. So I was like, as I was talking, as you were.
So if you guys would like to donate to the Cola Lounge, $1 or $2. I want endocannabinoid science, me too, and featuring cannabis nurses. Okay, yeah, we can definitely do that. I'm gonna write that down right now.
We know one.
We know several. We know several. So we would love to do that. And actually, there's some nurses like right there in Missouri that we can highlight too, so we can still keep your name in our mouths that way. This show, as always, is brought to you by Queen Kitty Seltzer. Queen Kitty Seltzer, we've just gone through a new branding, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. I was like, where did it go? Yeah, there you go. We just went through some new labeling, some new branding. Queen Kitty Seltzers presents to you Pop This. Pop This is our low dose CBD line. It has no sugar or sweeteners in any of the mix. It is organically grown hemp that we use to collect our CBD, and we use botanical terpenes. We are partnered with Be Mighty Kind right there in St. Louis, Missouri. There is no yak in the back of our drink. No yak in the back. That means that film that is left on the back of your tongue when you consume a hemp-based or a cannabis-based beverage, that's not in our drink. You won't find that anywhere in our drink. This is a nice, refreshing water. It tastes like water. It refreshes you like water, and it has a touch of CBD, which can help with social anxiety. It can help with work stress or people stress. As you see here, I'm going to finish this can right here. It should make me feel nice and dandy. And on every single can of Pop This or Queen Kitty Seltzers in general, you will find that there is a piece of cannabis education on the side of every can, right above our faces. So we're with you all the time. We do have wholesale available, so reach out to us, Queen Kitty Seltzer, solo.to/Queen Kitty Seltzers, where you can find all of our information, including all of our social media platforms. Yes, I love it. It's amazing. Pop this kitty. Pop this kitty. Put it in your mouth. Meow, 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 meow.
Here we got, this is our bubble gum. Which is a strawberry pineapple botanical infusion, and it tastes like bubble gum.
Like Bazooka Joe. They might sue me for saying that.
No, I mean,
as long as we don't put it on the can.
We're not saying it. Like, we're not using it as our advertising.
They might be mad that their drink doesn't taste anything like their bubble gum, and our drink does.
Oh my gosh, they licensed their name to something that's disgusting. So
it's gross, dude. They should call us.
Hashtag Bazooka Joe.
Hashtag Bazooka Joe. Hit us up. Also, this show is brought to you by CQ LLC. CQ LLC is a cannabis compliance and education company. We can help you get your compliance in order. We can help you educate your staff, train your staff. We're a hands-on company. We're also certified to teach responsible vendor training in the state of Colorado. Although we do teach it nationally, no other state has a certification program, and Colorado does, and we are certified here. Customer service, cqllc@gmail.com. 970-426-5985. I say no other state has a certification program, but other states are coming on board with certification programs, and we are working to see if we can maybe get certified in those states as well. So we'll see what happens.
But if not, then we still offer education that can help you to, get, interested in, or if you're a beginner in the industry and you'd like to have a little, extra behind your back, classes available.
Classes available. Yeah, let's get into it. Ready? Are you ready, Missouri? I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I love that you're tagging your entire friend list. Everybody. And you guys set your alerts, because we're here every Monday and Wednesday, unless we tell you otherwise, every Monday and Wednesday at 4:20 Mountain Standard Time. We're telling you, we've told all of our friends. So sorry, she said she was going to block me, as if I care about that. So yeah, tell all your friends, set your alerts. Don't forget we're here. Come back every week and tell us what you want to hear about so that we can keep you engaged as well, because we want you back here and we want to talk about shit that you're interested in and shit that we're interested in too. So, all right. So should we start with the rest of the comments from Amendment 3, or should we talk also? I mean, I also want to a little bit, not a lot, get into the town hall a little bit.
So I don't have, I did not get to go into the comments from the town hall to grab any of those questions. We could definitely start there. I think let me see if there's anything on here that may cover within the town hall.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
Your internet is fucking with our second technical difficulty.
Oh, it's not showing on my end, so that's fine.
You're frozen in it, but always when you get frozen, it's in a like nice, beautiful pose. I don't think your face is capable of other poses. So at least there's that.
There it is. Can you hear it all?
You're like Max Headroom or T-Pain, if you will. Ooh, Weed Maps. That's a good tag. They should come hang out with us, Weed Maps. We'd love to have Weed Maps hang out with us. Do you want to?
I was actually had a call with them, and I actually was going to ask if they do anything in regards.
You want to? Oh, hold on. Are you back? No, wait. You sound like T-Pain right now. So, can you want to go out and come back in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Love you not in the show though.
Okay. This show is going fabulously. Listen, it's not my intention to start fights with people, but also I want you guys to know that we take this very seriously. And like, it wouldn't be a big deal, and I probably wouldn't have said anything to anybody about anything had this been the first time that it ever happened. But it happens almost every week, and I can't take it anymore. And I had to say something, because we want to get sponsorship for this show. We want to travel and go to different states and do this show with advocates in different states, cannabis advocates and psilocybin advocates as well. Like we want to do that. And in order to do that, we have to take this seriously. We have to do it as if it's our real job. And so that's what we do. And so when somebody continuously interrupts the broadcast, the screen goes blank, the screen goes black, we lose her audio, everything. It's frustrating. And when she has said that she has asked this person before, I would love to have that conversation. When she has mentioned that she's had this conversation before with this individual, it's even more frustrating that they continue to do it. So hopefully she's coming back on right now. So that's why I got so upset about it. I'm not trying to be a bitch, although I am one, and I'm very highly capable and very good at it. But at the end of the day, we take what we do very seriously. Your screen is black. I don't know why. And even though we have technical difficulties, literally every show that we don't have control over, that is one thing that can be controlled. And you know, asking nicely clearly hasn't gotten the message across. So anyways, you're still max headrooming.
Let me try from my computer.
Okay. So today we're going to go over the town hall a little bit and a little bit of the comments that we had left over from the last show. Hold on. I'm in Facebook jail, but you could still watch. Can't you watch? You just can't comment, right? So, okay. Anyways, what was I saying? So, oh yeah, the town hall and the comments. So I'm just gonna, because I know I got show notes on the comment section. So I'm just gonna try to go down here and see where I don't know where we left off. I know, let's see, is minor considered? Let's see, those were Kyle's questions. How is it the visitors from out of state? I don't know if we answered this, Richard, or not. How is it the visitors from out of state are allowed to come and buy from us, but we can't go to Oklahoma? Yeah, we did, because we talked a little bit about interstate commerce when it comes to the federal legalization. Will there be interstate commerce? Most likely that will be built in. Hopefully it would be built in to the laws. And in the amendment that you have, you can do B2B. No. The amendment says you can do B2B, but you can't be a consumer and bring out of state cannabis into the state. You can't do that according to the amendment that we discussed that actually. I feel like during the debate, but and I think that's why that question was asked. But yeah, you can do B2B, but you can't be a private consumer. We're not gonna have any guests today. We'll bring you on another day. But keep in the comments though. We're gonna, it's like we're gonna try to keep this a little bit shorter. So if we have a guest, we're gonna end up going for 3 hours. I know, because we'll get into some very deep discussions.
Am I here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're here. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
So not that we don't want to talk to you, Daniel. It's just that we are, yeah, you get it. You do this kind of shit, so you get it. I know you do. I know we don't have to explain it. So that's, I don't know. You can fight to change that. I mean, you can really fight to change a lot of things, but it is an amendment to your Constitution, and that's the only thing. And then, like, I love y'all. I love all y'all. But those of you who are like, well, how much longer do we have to wait? No, you have to wait until they get it right. You have to wait longer till they get it right. It's not about, because it's only helping a certain part of the state, or a certain portion of the communities in the state. It is actually going to be harmful to a lot of the communities in the state when we talk about St. Louis areas and bigger city areas as well. And honestly, you can argue me about it if you want to, but your expungement is not automatic. It's not automatic. They can call it automatic if they want, but automatic means that people are automatically expunged for their crimes while they're in jail, when they're out of jail, whatever. There's no, like, that's what automatic means. People are not being automatically expunged. And also, you're not ending prohibition with this bill, because people can still be arrested for nonviolent cannabis offenses in the state after this bill, after.
It hurts.
Yeah, it's automatic for anyone under 3 pounds, but that's not automatic expungement. Automatic expungement. When you say automatic expungement,
non-violent crime. So you get to,
listen, but here's the thing. This is semantics, right, Daniel? It's semantics, because when you say automatic expungement to the people believe that people are going to be expunged for non-violent cannabis offenses, because the people are not advocates. The people are not highly involved in what's going on with this bill. The people see Amendment 3 is going to legalize cannabis. No, it's not. It's going to be automatic expungement. No, it's not. And it's going to end prohibition. No, it's not. And so, but the people are going to believe that because that's just words on a paper. So yeah, it will expunge.
It expunges so many. It does, but is it, but there's
a lot of people it's leaving out. We're leaving people behind. That's the problem.
Also, one of the comments, that's during the town hall was that, during their nonviolent cannabis low level, I'm
telling you, proof is not automatic. Automatic means automatic, Daniel. It means automatic for anybody with a low level cannabis offense. It doesn't mean automatic just for the specific group and everybody.
The petition for it.
Literally, there's a
can be denied for it.
Right. There's a place in the amendment that says that certain people are going to have to petition for it, and it can be denied for good cause, and good cause is not explained in that. That's the proof, Daniel. That's the proof.
That's and so that's how, and so what about those that it doesn't help? What does it look like to them, and how do they feel about it? Well, I have a low level cannabis crime, but I have this added on because of X, or I had this, and I don't know, because I have not experienced being incarcerated like that. And so.
But we do know that Missouri police have a history of stacking charges. What is a charge that's a violent offense that can be stacked on top of your non-violent cannabis offense? Resisting arrest. If you have resisting arrest,
but it's
it's a charge. If you have a resisting arrest charge on your record, that's a violent offense towards a police officer, which makes it worse. So now you're not eligible to be expunged, and you have to apply to see if maybe they'll sweep that part on, and then they can deny you for good cause. And that good cause is going to be because you committed a violent offense during your arrest, which you shouldn't have been arrested for in the first place.
So we know that it's going to help thousands. Can we get the number of violent offenses? Can we get the number of people it's not going to help?
Also, can I argue the violent offense that's not going to be expunged? Can I argue one of the violent offenses that's not going to be expunged that I call bullshit on? Driving under the influence of marijuana. I call bullshit on that. It's not a violent offense, but they call it a violent offense. Why? Because you're behind the wheel of a car, and if you get into an accident, you can hurt other people. But there's no accurate way to test how much cannabis is in your system.
We're not calling it. It is considered that, and we know it because DUI is not a violent offense.
But it's not an expungible offense. It's not an expungible offense. They will not expunge that from your record. So now you have a DUI on your record forever. You can't get it off because it's not an expungible offense. If you apply to get it off, they can deny you for good cause. I'm just talking about laws, bro. I'm just talking about laws.
Again, it was a person in the comments that all I could, when I could see it says comments person, but because
it was Chris Smith. I know who it was. And he was talking. I don't know why it shows up as Facebook user here, but it's Chris Smith. I can see him when I'm on my page, and he has a non-violent cannabis offense on his record that he cannot get expunged because he was behind the wheel of a car. And that's crazy to me. There's no accurate testing. Certainly wasn't back when he got pulled over for that.
But we know someone that has. And so again, when we're talking about who does this affect and why does it, who's it helping, and who's it hindering? We're not talking about it's hindering.
No, I'm not saying one single person. I'm using him as an example. Somebody you know as an example.
Someone you
Is
know.
this like somebody
And
you
it's
know as
probably,
an example?
and you
Like
could
lots of
probably,
people have marijuana DUI offenses on their record, and it's complete bullshit. Because how the fuck did you test that? How did you get an accurate read on what is exactly impairing them in that moment of time? There's no accurate testing for marijuana, for driving under the influence of marijuana. There's zero.
And again, it's just,
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's how I talk. Sorry. Everybody, that's how I talk when I get passionate. Like,
and again, this is this is our opinions, and our opinions are our opinions because we're looking on the outside, and y'all are in it, and so we are going with what we read, how we feel about it, and we're also interested. Again, we'd like to know. And we have heard why, there's a yes. And we've also, continued to discuss, again, when we cherry pick words, there's cherry picking of words of what, again, I call them, hot words, CBD, you throw the word CBD at someone and they're like, and everyone's like trying to pick stuff up at a gas station. And you're like, no.
Don't.
And
unless
so
the Queen Kitty seltzer. I don't have any. We don't have any in gas stations, I don't think. We're just saying that listen, what we're saying, Daniel, is that you don't have to vote yes on this bill, because all of the things that you're like, well, what about, they could be more well-rounded. There could literally be automatic expungement for nonviolent cannabis offenses. There could literally be that without any questions, without anybody having to apply for anything, without anybody having to be out of jail to qualify, without any of that bullshit. It could just be an automatic expungement. Like literally you can have it. You could literally have an industry. You could build an industry in Missouri. You got a chance to do it. It's brand new. It's not there yet, right? It's brand new. You got a chance to do it. You could literally build an industry that helps everybody, not just some people.
That helps everyone, really.
Yeah, that doesn't have some bullshit rotten ass carrot in it, like micro businesses as their social equity plan. When micro businesses can't grow, they can't have more than one owner, they can't have, I think, more than two businesses. Is that correct? And they can't do business with the large businesses. That means they can't do business with Cookies or any of these big name brands. They can't do business. What the fuck? How is that a social equity carrot? It's bullshit. And you guys could have better. When I first came to Missouri, I met a whole lot of people that had a whole lot of ideas and passion around cannabis, and y'all were super excited because your medical program was about to launch, and then they dragged their feet about that, and it was all corporate and it's all bullshit, right? And when I came here, though, I was just so inspired by you guys that I knew you guys could do better than any other state in this industry. I knew you could, and I wanted you to, and that is why we are so involved in what's going on and why we talk about it so much, because I would really love to see a state like Missouri do so much better, because your advocates and your activists are so goddamn passionate that you could really build a really amazing piece of the industry right there in Missouri. But instead, you're going to say yes to this bullshit that limits a whole lot of people who are not white.
And, and on a whole other, and again, this is when we're talking about this too, people are like, yes, let's get it done and then we can change it. It took us this long to get where you're at. So what does that mean for changes? What more, when we want more, and continuing. So we're 10 years in at Colorado, and, we're seeing, changes that we're like, and they cherry pick from other people's laws. So can we
cherry pick the wrong shit?
They're cherry picking the wrong stuff. And, and so again, nothing
is already here, baby.
Nothing's gonna, but this is the point where we're, there's so many people looking at this and saying,
Exactly. So when big pharma comes into town, if we're not, focused on ourselves and strengthened within our system, within ourselves, then big pharma gets to wipe us out.
They are already doing it. They've already in here. And by the way, Big Canna, who the fuck do you think they are? Sorry, I don't mean to sound like I'm cussing at you. I'm not cussing at you. But who the fuck do you think Big Canna
We
is?
don't have to be. We can be big. Let us be. Let the people
like
be.
Big Canna is Big Pharma, is Big Tobacco, is big corporation.
We know that. So why can't we protect ourselves? Why can't we protect our state by state? Why do we don't have to, yes, our small business capability to protect this plant, to protect it for everybody. If we let the federal government get a hold of it in this way because the states can't handle it themselves, then what the fuck are we left with? Protect our caregiver programs, at least then strengthen those where it allows, more. And I get it. There's a whole bunch of, there is some information about the medical program. And I feel like there's a whole nother discussion on that as whether, some people are like, yeah, it really does help the medical program. And then there's a whole nother side of comments where I'm like, patients are not happy with this.
Not at all. It's Walmart weed.
And we have not even discussed this. So it does, right? And so again, can we at least get on the same page as the community to protect each other, to protect the plant and not let this happen?
But we must face reality in that comment, okay? Big Pharma is Big Canna. That's who they are. Listen, big corporations, big tobacco, those types of corporations, those are, we all want legalization. Absolutely. We all want it, but we want it right. We want it right for all people.
We don't want it for everyone.
No, I'm not wrong about that, Daniel. I'm not wrong about that. These big corporations, when they're interviewing us, us that have given our lives, that have risked our lives, that have been in this industry prior to legalization, that have been hustling underground, when they talk to us, they don't hire us, Daniel. They hire people from other industries with corporate backgrounds. They don't hire us. And a lot of those people who are interviewing us, trust me, I know, because I have a lot of friends who are interviewing with these bullshit companies, are owned by Big Pharma, people who came from Big Pharma, people who came from Big Tobacco. Do not tell me that Big Canna and Big Pharma and Big Tobacco are not the same. They are the same. And Willie Nelson, by the way, said this 10, 12 years ago. When we're done fighting to get legalization, which we're not done yet, we're not even close to done yet, getting full legalization for everybody, safe and healthy access for everybody. When we're done doing that, we're going to have to fight Big Canna next. Because they're going to take over our small businesses and our small communities. They're going to come in with their big corporate entities. They're going to put them in the middle of our neighborhoods. They're going to reap the benefits of people wanting legal cannabis in their area and convenient. And they're going to reap those benefits. And are they going to put any money back into those communities? Absolutely the fuck not. They're going to put it in their pockets. They're going to walk away. Why? Because you said we can't wait for something better. We can't wait for something better. Yes, you can. You totally can. You can wait for something better. And your underground hustlers are still hustling and growing way better weed than any of these fucking corporations. Like way the fuck better. No, let me address that too. I'm sorry, Megan.
There's still going to be a need for that. So
they're attacking their own industry because they're making money on both ends, Daniel. They're lobbying against cannabis and making money there. And then they're putting that money that they make lobbying against cannabis into a cannabis business. They're buying cannabis businesses with the money they use to lobby, the money they get from lobbying against it and all that shit. They absolutely are in cahoots with each other. They absolutely are. They absolutely are. They're for us and against us because there's money in both of those positions for them. And that's all they care about. They don't care about you. If Big Pharma, we know Big Pharma doesn't care about you, right? Because if they did, they wouldn't have killed so many fucking people with their bullshit pharmaceuticals. but they don't care about you in cannabis either. Just because they're growing our beautiful and organic plant does not mean they give a fuck about what happens to us.
And they're not usually doing that.
And they're paying $12.50. They're paying people $12.50 a fucking hour to come in and risk their fucking lives. Because if you break one of these regulations, you could risk a fine. You could definitely lose your job, risk a fine, and potentially go to jail. And you're getting paid $12.50 an hour for that. Like,
that's what happens. You know, these MSOs come in and buy up the mom and pop, destroy the business that existed and why it existed to begin with, and destroy that clientele's access. You know, when we're talking about access and whatever licenses and whatever, and how they get bought and resold, that's not even being discussed. Is that in there? Can we get a license and then it not be resold or held? That it has to, you know, these are things that are happening in other states that are creating these boundaries and limited licenses, because then they have there's no something in there that says this license needs to stay within this you need to be a resident here or whatever, you know, the stipulations that are put in place don't benefit again, who's to say that these micro licenses can't be applied for and bought for by XYZ, and that they don't have to be stay within that owner's hand for X amount of time? You know, these are things that other states are looking at, things where other states have gone wrong in it. And yeah, Marion, you posted that article about what, you know, people are wearing, and that they want to take our culture away.
What do you mean I can't wear leggings?
Our soul away by not letting us have an identity of what we want to stay in this industry. We want to be, move and groove and do our thing, but they don't want this background behind me when I'm on my Zoom call. They want, a
logo, white wall,
or whatever behind me that is acceptable in a corporate world. Are we, corporate cannabis? Yeah, it's just like, we get it. We want to all grow, and again, why we have to succumb to these big companies coming in, taking over our mom and pops, and then saying you have to wear khakis.
They're taking over our mom and pops. They're not hiring us. They're hiring people with no experience in cannabis, must have a master's degree in horticulture to work in a cultivation center. And then they want to pay us, shit. They listen, they're doing it worse to the cultivators right now. I didn't expect this conversation to take this turn, but they're doing worse to cultivators right now, because listen, if not for the cultivators, what the fuck would we have? How are you not paying them to grow your plant and grow it well? I know so many good
people doing great too, but I've also seen people be decimated by MSOs. Again, we're 10 years into watching our medical system get worked. We've watched recreation, and again, we don't have the issues that some other states have with limited, but it is a licensing thing. It is all about money and fees and, who's getting theirs. And then where does that again leave the people that actually need this medicine, need this plant? We're saying open access, and, but I can't consume when I need to, how I need to, for fear of repercussions, because I live in a certain neighborhood,
right? Because in St. Louis, for example,
and
because in St. Louis, for example, it's been decriminalized, so there's not going to be any interactions for like smoking on the street, even though it's not in the law that you can smoke on this, like you can't smoke, whatever. But like what we're saying, like at the end of the day, what we're saying is you can do better. You don't have to vote yes for this bill. You will have to wait a little longer.
Ask for it to be done better. You can work on it to be done better, and it's okay, because there was a comment, and I'd have to, it's probably here, but you have waited this long, and it does take time to build these things. And so it's okay to say, this is what we want, but we want better, and why can't we take this, what we have, and do better?
Yeah,
and expect that from our representatives, for them to listen to what we have to say. Someone up here, I missed the comment about not having the representatives in the room that have been doing it, doing this. Caregivers, patients, bud tenders,
doing it from the start.
Cultivators. They're not getting to participate in direct laws that affect them and who they're, and their jobs. We're not just talking about the licenses. We're talking about.
No, we're not. No, they're going to kill us. Politicians are the one. Listen. First of all, Daniel, I totally get where you're coming from, that you need this right now. But if you get this right now, it helps you. It helps you and some other people. But there are so many other people that are going to be left out of it. There's so many people left out of this.
Come to our local, I know that all of our, so we've got our blanket, but then we've got the stipulations that each county, each, whatever however they split it up, dictates. We have had people, we have different counties that have different, okay, well, even though the cap in the state is 99, you can only have 12.
Right.
In our county.
The people deserve better, and we want you to have what you need, but we also want everybody to have what they need. We want not just you to have what you need and the people in your community, but also the people in the communities across towns, which have way even more harsh situations that are not going to be alleviated by this amendment. And also, I want to say that also Big Canna is not going to save you either. And also, who do you think John Payne is not a politician? John Payne's not a politician? Because he's a politician. And he's not going to save us either. And he dodged a lot of questions the other night on that town hall.
Which I don't know.
We're just talking to you. I'm not ambushing you, bro. Don't ever feel like we're being listen, this is the third time somebody says something about an ambush. We're not ambushing you. You're literally one of the few people having a conversation in the comments that is different from what we're saying. So we're posting people's comments, yours included, onto our screen as well. We're not ambushing you. If you want to continue to have
you're interacting with us, and that's why we're here.
If you want us to not talk directly to you, then we won't address your comments at all. But your comments are relevant, and we're addressing them because it's an open-ended comment. It's not a statement of boom, it's
right. You want again, you want in your area.
Can we not use the word
in our areas too?
Can we not use the word ambush when we're actually just having a conversation? Like you just called us ambushing you. What's his name? Fucking Chris LeGrand said that we ambushed Nate the other night, which we did not. He was outnumbered, unfortunately, but that wasn't
participating.
Anything to us. I'm grateful for you, Daniel. We're grateful that you're in the comments. We love having you here. So I don't want you to ever feel ambushed, but that's definitely.
And you are allowed to be just as passionate about how you feel,
I want you to just go.
We're not calling names, at all. And again, this is just we're
on Facebook, babe.
And how we, and how we're doing this and how it's being presented. So we love the interaction that you've given.
Absolutely. I love your passion, honestly. I really do.
Some of the other interactions and no, I know people can be unkind with the way that they talk about this. We're just passionate about it. And so it does come, you're in text. You get to hear our voices in the way that we express. And so, but that is always a part of our show. So we're again appreciative of you for everything, for being here, and so that's
we're gonna have you on the show. Actually, I would love to have you on the
it's
show.
Not an ambush. You know why you're here, babe, and you are commenting.
Yeah.
So, but again, thank you.
Also, can y'all call? Hey, since I'm feisty tonight, and I'm I'm feisty tonight.
We're not keeping it short, and we didn't get our 5:20 alarm.
I know we didn't get our 5:20. I was going to say
My
that.
phone is off.
It's okay. Happy 4:20 in the West Coast. We're late. It's okay. If Chris LeGrand comes in here, we're definitely not keeping it short. Anyways, we didn't really get to all of the questions and answers. If you guys do want us to answer more questions or go through that again, we can at a later date. But I think we're gonna call it on Missouri. We're gonna still do updates and shit, so like keep that in mind. We're gonna still do updates if there's anything to update you on, or if there's any like platforms that are running any kind of like town hall or anything like that. We want to tell you guys about it, so we're gonna keep up with it. But we have dedicated like 3 days to it, so I think you guys know where you stand.
Rewatch.
Definitely do the rewatch of all of the things that we've posted recently. I've been very diligent because I'm on my schedule now. I've been very diligent about getting things up in a timely manner. So this will be up tomorrow. It's on my schedule already to do. And so yeah, we'll keep on keeping on as long as you guys are interested in hearing it. But also we want to cover other things. We do want to cover Arkansas and their bullshit, because if y'all think you got bullshit going on, they got bullshit going on over there too. What's most important about this conversation is that during midterm elections, especially, please go vote. Please go out and vote. Whatever your opinion is on this bill, and we clearly are staunch vote no. That's how we feel. But honestly, we respect you if you feel the other way about it. And what we really want the outcome to be of this is we want you to go vote. Yes. So arguing about it and telling us about it and telling other people about it all day long is not going to change anything unless you put it on paper or whatever, the electronic button, however they do it. But go vote. Please go vote. It's very important. Read your little blue book. Is it blue book in Missouri? Read your little blue book. Make sure you know all the facts about everything. Take your time with it.
Going on. Other things going on.
Don't vote for people just because they have a letter next to their name that identifies you or you identify with. Okay. Find out what they're about, because honestly, I've met Republicans in your state that I have put me in shock and awe. And I've also met Democrats in your state that have also put me in shock and awe in a different way. And so I say, don't worry about what the fuck that letter says. Vote for somebody because they're going to do right by the people. That's why you vote for people.
And there are websites that make, we get lost in some of the language on these bills and things that we're voting on. And so there are websites and reputable sources that really break it down into layman's language and makes it simple to understand of what you're actually voting on, instead of being confused by here twos and with fours and because of, and so really look into it. This isn't midterms are very important elections as well. And
I know some of you are settled on your idea, but like really think about what is the reason why you're voting the way you're voting? Is it a one reason and one reason alone, or is it multiple reasons? Because I think the people who are saying vote no have multiple reasons why this bill and it's in every what's the word I'm looking for? Aspect of this bill. It's in every aspect of this bill that there's an issue there. And I know you guys can't have perfect. Nobody can have perfect, but you can have better than what they're offering you. What they're offering you right now is
how many people that
are rotten carrot
are medical patients.
Say that again.
I want to know how many people that are voting yes are like involved in the medical system at all. Medical.
Yeah, like, do you have your medical card?
Just because, again, when we voted in adult use here in Colorado, we had to take a look at how it was affecting patients. And it really did, the lobbyists for us really did try to, keep it so that it was beneficial for patients to be on the medical registry, and I know it's different. Y'all have a whole different and a craziness and something
corporate run too.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a little bit different is that our medical system really did stand on its patient base, and still, we're still swimming. But again, my fight now and saying is like, how can we merge it? Because we know that, at some point medical, even though that's our constitutional amendment. And so that cannot, we always have to have access until and so that's,
but that could just mean that they don't necessarily have medical spaces.
Anything else. So,
are we from Missouri? Vernon wants to know. No, actually, we're not. We just love Missouri. Missouri was such an inspiration. I came out there before MJ did, and it was such an inspiration to me from the start. The people, the advocates, the activists, the passion,
the product,
the home growers out there were doing the shit. And when we came out, it was like at the beginning of your medical legalization, and I was at an Airbnb with my group. And people that we had met that day, were at our Airbnb for a little impromptu party and brought all their homegrown. Oof, it was a good night, is what I'm saying. I was like, yeah, I'm into this. And then I learned that your medical program was really carried by your caregivers for, and I think it still is, for a majority of the beginning of it, because there were no dispensaries and there was no way to get your legal medical cannabis. So while people had medical cards, they had nowhere to purchase. And so your caregivers were really holding it down. And I was super inspired by that. I thought it was really beautiful. And your medical program is kind of shit, but your communities came together to help each other out and love each other. And I think that if you look at this amendment right here and you see why people are saying vote no, even though they're completely for full decriminalization and legalization, they still would vote no for this. It makes sense. It makes sense. It's because it will destroy communities. It literally will. You say it will save communities, but I don't think it will. I think it will, I think it will be,
it's gonna harm more than it helps.
Harmful. Yeah. It will be harmful. So,
and also
I love that. I would love to hit us up in our inbox. And if you're ever interested in coming and talking to us about that. A lot of people in our comment section aren't, and I'm glad that we have some people who are, so that we can have an active conversation. But at the end of the day, I do think you guys could do better. I think you could vote for more than one reason, and that one reason being legalization. The expungement is real bullshit if you really read it and really look at it. It's real bullshit. The micro license is real bullshit. The being able, they say that they can't come in and search your house, but they can call DHSS and see if you're allowed to have plants. If you're not allowed to have plants, and that's a different, it's just like, it's really confusing and muddled, and it's mucky and muddy, and it shouldn't be in a, the bill should, like people are going to interpret things different ways always, but it shouldn't be this much of a misinterpretation. Like, it shouldn't be this far apart of a misinterpretation of what an automatic expungement is, or what
who it helps,
or what good cause means, because they didn't identify that, or what it means if the police knock on your door and you don't have a license to grow, or what it means to own a micro license, or to be able to be involved in the cannabis industry at all in the state of Missouri, what that means, what it means for minority communities and low income communities. What does it mean? What does it mean if I'm smoking, walking down the street, and I'm not in St. Louis County? The St. Louis County has decriminalized, but other counties have not, and that's not a part of the bill. And you could have that. Other states have that. Does Colorado have that? No, but the police don't bother us because there's nothing in it, right? It's decriminalized out here, so they don't really fucking bother us. The most they're going to tell us is to put it out, and that's not a guarantee in Missouri. We know how police interactions go in Missouri. There's plenty of evidence of that, and so those are the things that
can city by city with this, make their own rules, or is it
they can moratorium it? They can vote to have stricter penalties or harsher regulations.
We're not gonna take it, and we're gonna let you do this.
They can't ease up on any of the regulations, but they can make harsher regulations within their county, community, city, or municipality, whatever.
But anything that stands now stands. So St. Louis County would stay decriminalized, or would this?
I don't know that for sure. I would have to double check that piece of information. I don't know that for sure. If they would stay decriminalized or if it would just be a blanket of that. Right. So yeah, Kansas City, bigger area, more population, decriminalized. Yeah. Not in Kansas though. Don't cross that state line.
Oh gosh, but
they got so much land. I think it's so stupid. They're wasting their time on like criminalizing this plant when they could be planting it out in those rolling fields.
Listen, I do have a hemp farmer women hemp farmer that I want to get in touch with. I got to find the card. My dentist gave me, or no, my eye doctor gave me.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, I have 2 would you rathers today.
Oh yay! Would you rather's? Hold on. Let me get to the notes so I can put it on here.
Okay.
But hey, okay, this is sitting in my head because that damn word ambush.
I know it's such a trigger word for us.
We never hide why we're here on this show and what we talk about in our opinions. It's said and so in the beginning. And if we have to start reading that middle part again or flash it across the bottom of our screen, we're not here to ambush you. We are here to have a discussion. We are just as passionate as you are and, about our plant and about our people. And so it will be brought just as much as you bring it to us. And we don't ambush people. And if you can't, stand in the heat,
Daniel can stand in the heat. Daniel likes the
heat. I know. I'm just saying is like,
she's not calling you out, man. I was saying
this is a trauma response from 2 other incidences at this point when, again, being called out for just doing our show the way that we do it.
Yeah, the way that we tell everybody we're going to do it. So
again, peace and love, because that is why we are here. We, and again, we appreciate everyone's opinions and, and we respect it, but we are also going to bring our, it's our show. We're going to bring
one of the things that I also love about the people in Missouri is that this is something that I've noticed about the people in Missouri. They can fight with each other and then go hang out with each other.
Yeah, and again,
I see it all the time. I see them fight with each other on Facebook, and then I'll see a picture of them together,
spilling tea, and then hugging, spilling tea, and then hugging.
Yeah. And I love that. I love
respect. This is all.
It's weird because I'm a. If I argue, like I don't hold grudges anymore. I did when I was younger, but I don't do that anymore. So like. I feel you, Missouri. When we're done having that conversation, we could get back to it, right? So I love that. So keep on keeping on. I have 2 would you rathers today.
Okay, I'm ready to talk them now.
Okay, the first one is happy Halloween. Okay. See, no, don't do that. Don't do that. We're not going to do that. Okay, so take it back. Okay. What am I going to say? Happy Halloween. Would you rather be a reverse centaur? So that's the horse. That's the horseman, or a reverse mermaid or merman or whatever. A reverse horseman or a reverse mermaid. That means that your top is the animal and your bottom good. And your bottom, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. Is that shit talking right there? And then they're like, we're friends. Okay, so would you rather be a reverse horseman or a reverse fish person? So you have the horse head or the fish head on top and the legs on the bottom. So you have your legs. You have to wear pants. She said
no.
Yeah. I decline. Thank you. What's the other options?
I would probably my typing. I put whore.
A
reverse whore or a merman.
I'm gonna go with reverse whore. That one. Does that mean you always are like looking away from them? If that's what that means. I'm that one. So you would like a fish head and then legs. That's how you're gonna roll. Could you breathe out of water? Would you have to like be in water? Nah.
No,
right?
merman is tail and
Yeah, because it's a tail though. She don't got gills in her neck.
human head and tail.
These are the things of nightmares. It's almost Halloween.
It's only Harry Potter kind of thinking.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
I would want, okay, I'm a Pisces. And I love being a Pisces and a little fishy fish. And I like going with the flow. But if I was going to say I would be a horse, but then I thought about how strong my legs would have to be to hold all that up. This feels problematic, but I would probably be a horse because they're strong, right? And then if somebody's fun with me, I could just
instead of just living in the ocean, floating around free, you know.
You can't do that with flippers.
No, you would live in the ocean, right? You'd be a mermaid.
Yeah, you would have to live in the ocean, but how are you gonna slap shit out of somebody? You can't. You gotta kick them in the face. I don't know why. I don't slap the shit out of anybody on a regular basis or like ever, but I feel like it's just a scenario that I have to consider when I consider these things.
Then you may want to tune out from the when would you rather's because it gets pretty it gets pretty intense.
Yeah, they do.
A warning.
What was the one? It was like, would you rather have it? Was it? Would you rather shit out of your mouth or
plug your ears, Jen? Plug your ears. Plug your ears, Jen. Plug your ears.
Out of your mouth or see out of your butthole? That was one of them. So anyways, I stole that from a TV show. I am so violent. I'm so violent and non-violent at the same time.
And listen, these are, yes, we steal these would you rathers from other things. And so if you have a would you rather that you would ever love to hear us ask on the show,
your would you rathers,
please shoot us a message.
No.
You want to put the banner up and we'll start. We went a little bit longer than we're about 555.
Hey guys, join us on Discord. We're on Discord all the time. There's so many of you in here. We'd love to chat with you in real life. Let's go yell at each other in real life.
And be friends for reals.
And be friends for real. Yeah, for sure. 1000%. Okay, so she said no, thank you. Okay, here, this is one that you might be able to get on board with. Pun intended. Okay. Would you rather your only mode of transportation be a donkey or a giraffe?
Well, I have two reasons. Okay. Yes.
Yes is the answer. Both.
So donkey, because that's reasonable. They can do things. They can help with things, And giraffe, because it's a fucking giraffe.
Giraffe all day long.
All day long. I still give my mom a hard time about this giraffe that I had when I was a kid. And at some point she got rid of it. And at some point I remembered that I had it and it was no longer available to me, and about had a meltdown, and I still hold it to her this day.
I would say a giraffe, except how do you get on it? Do you have a ladder? Do you have to like climb?
Cool. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, they have ladders for that. It's kind of like the ladders you have for your, for your dog in a high bed kind of situation.
Yeah, it's like climb the ladder. It's hard to get on top of a giraffe, right? It would be cool, but it'd be cool.
Put a saddle on a giraffe.
Put your sunglasses on and just ride a giraffe through town. You'd be known as the person who rides a giraffe.
Dude, they got the hardest headbutt. They are. That's how they defend themselves.
So I could ride that ass, he said. A donkey so I could ride that ass. I like it. I like it a lot. I want to put that on a t-shirt.
We may, but maybe little Bobby needs to put it on his shirt. So
okay, listen. Do you want to put it on your shirts? We'll put it on our shirts. We could collab a shirt together. Listen, on the front it should say, "Would you rather?" It should have the would you rather. Would you rather your only mode of transportation be a donkey or a giraffe? And on the back it should say a donkey so I could ride that ass.
Little Bobby.
And then that's pretty under the Yeah, maybe like if you got like what do you call them things? A trampoline? I don't know why that word slipped my whole mind. What are those bouncy things called? I was doing it before my brain got the word. You could trampoline onto your giraffe every day, and you'd be like, "Good morning, Bob," to your neighbor, you know, like, "Have a good day." Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's collab on a t-shirt. Join our Discord to hang out with us, talk about some shit, work with us in a workspace if you need a workspace to work in, where it's just like there's people there, you know. We have that. I know. Take a dab. You should take a dab. You should also,
yeah, always. So
you know what you should also do is you should also hydrate. You should also
hydrate. Yes, I've been sipping on my.
Yeah, no, I have. It's empty though, so I have to switch to the regulars. It's very good.
So good. And you know what? Maybe we should have like sipped some seltzer before we got all, like, again, we're passionate. We can definitely like.
It didn't help me because I got passionate at the beginning.
Bring the heat. Sorry, I'm fired up today.
I am too. It must be in the moon or the uterus. I don't know. It could be in one of those two places.
I'm channeling my PMS so that it's
the moon or the uterus, y'all.
Talking loudly versus crying.
I hope he didn't leave. I hope he's still here.
He said he was gonna listen and stay in and listen. But
yeah, he might be doing some other shit.
But yes,
we don't ever want to offend y'all.
We
like talking to y'all.
We did see some people leave. You know, we can see certain numbers. So
yeah, you know, listen. At the end of the day, we love talking to y'all.
Yeah, we love it. We love the interaction. You give us something to get fired up about.
Yes,
like, seriously.
And, like you're not being nasty or negative or like racist or xenophobic or homophobic. Then I mean, that's
you know,
those are conversations we stay away from, and we will kick you out for. But like otherwise, we love it. We love it.
Bring it.
Yeah, and we love you guys.
More. You know, when we started this, show, it was actually because CannaQueen wanted to have a platform to talk about the shit that people don't want to talk about, that people don't want to hear, you know? And so that's why that's why we're okay with conflict.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but we are kind. We're not going to allow name calling or being a dick to somebody. But we are going to, stand by our hearts and our beliefs, and we expect that of you as well. And we always expect that of you as well. And I know Waxy comes with peace and love. I watch his I follow him, and and so.
Alone
we got a would you rather.
Would you rather be completely alone on an island or only with the most annoying person you know, right? You can only be with that person. No, I don't crave. When I was in my 20s, I would say the person because I craved human interaction that way, but I feel like maybe it's because I'm fulfilled with human interaction and the interactions that I take part in. But I would alone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Learning to be alone is a very it's an amazing skill set, learning to be alone.
Or at least, I would, can I get one, it is a human condition that we need social interaction, in terms of health and wellness.
Can I get a coconut like Tom Hanks? Or no, he had a volleyball.
Maybe, is it okay to have the animals? And we just talk to our animals. I don't know how it works. I just know that it is said that, and why it was an issue, and why it's issues that people are hard. Yeah. I'm like, I just can I come in and get a dose of human interaction, socialization, and then go back to my island? Because
that's not how would you rather works.
Then I know. Well, we always pose the could we, should we,
But I think if we could have animals, then can we
negotiate?
Listen, if my husband breaks his promise to me and goes before I do, I will be perfectly fine living alone with my dogs. I am going to get one of those army dogs, though, and I'm going to have it trained. So don't even fucking think about it.
Yeah, girl.
I saw one being trained in the park the other day. I was like, what a beautiful fucking dog. Bitch was climbing shit. Those dogs
They're
are crazy.
gonna, it's funny. I like dog watching when I'm out. I love, all dogs, breeds, as far as like, just my interest in what their looks and whatnot. And I've seen an increase of shepherds around my area lately. Like,
I've seen an increase of those. What are they called? Malinois. Yeah.
Malinois.
I've seen an increase of those dogs.
Yeah.
Which look like German Shepherds to me. I thought they were at first, and I was like, no, that's not what that is.
They're like another,
in the lineage for sure.
My pole artist friend, she had a beautiful boy that wasn't a shepherd. It was some kind of, but an increase of those, like again, and the healers, the little spotted dog.
You know why people were saying got at home jobs now?
Yeah.
And I've been noticing.
I feel like dog popularity and breeds, go around.
Yeah, they do.
Just like it changes.
That's amazing.
Well, I saw this one service dog where they were training to help the patient when she had a seizure, to protect her head, and he would crawl under her head. He was being trained to crawl under her head when she was, when she was actually in seizing. So like, fucking A. Amazing. They're so smart. All dogs are smart. We don't deserve them.
Yeah, we don't deserve them. You guys, if you send us pictures of your dogs, we'll post them on the.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I need to get ladies Insta going, as well as, adding on to all my.
Nugget has his Instagram.
I know. We should start, a Pop This pet page or something.
Yeah. Pop This pets.
Yeah.
I like it. We'll put your dogs on our Pop This Pets page when we create it. Send us pictures of your dogs and your cats too. We love cats too. I mean, we're kind of dog people, but I've had cats. I like cats too. Anyways, yeah. You guys, it's been a great show. It wasn't a short show like we had planned, but we loved every second of it. We loved every second of our conversations with you and our interactions with you. Please come back and see us next time. On Monday, it's going to be Halloween. We're going to dress up. Bring your spooky costumes. I have no idea what we're going to talk about, but we'll let you know before it happens. Have a wonderful day. Have a great weekend. And thank you guys so much for always being here for us in person, in our lives. We love you. We appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. I forgot. Be kind to yourselves. Put your mask on before assisting others.
Yes. Cultivate love. Bring it to you. We will send it out to you if you need it.
Yes, we will.
Will always. We love you. Thank you.
Stay lifted.
Stay lifted.